Hi YOGATX, Carolyn here, and I'm excited to be with you today, bring you a full body flow, just getting all the things feeling good. And this will be for, all of the beginners. If you're intermediate, it'll be great for you as well. And we'll go ahead and get started. You need props today, so just roll your mats out and find a child's pose. So bringing the big toes together, knees typically want to be wide, but if you have any low back issues, you can bring the knees in together for this one. And coming down, letting the forehead rest down on the mat. And we'll center in here, so take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. And as you breathe, imagine that breath going to the back of the heart. So really breathe deep into the heart. Exhale it out. And one more breath like that. Breathing in. Let it go. Awesome. And go ahead and bend at the elbow. Bring the palms together and point the fingers towards the spine. Maybe scooting the elbows up a little bit more. We'll take a long breath here. So breathe in through the nose. Hold it. And exhale, sink deeper into those shoulder blades. Maybe even wiggle it out a little bit. You're really gonna feel it in the shoulders here, so you're welcome. And bring the hands back down to the mat. And we will inhale, slowly coming up to our tabletop position here. And opening up the right side of the body, reach the fingers as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, we'll find a nice through the needle, letting the temple come to the earth here. And we'll take 2 breaths here. So first set, breathing in and breathing out. And you can also bend that left arm. It's gonna give you a little more of a upper body twist if you wanna look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in through the nose. And out. And as you inhale, you can unwrap and unwind. Find the same starting stretch. And you might notice a little more range in that. You can shake the hips out a little bit here between sides and really ground through that right palm. Lift the left fingers up towards the sky as you breathe. Exhale, tuck it under. And left temples come to the earth here. You can keep that right arm extended. And let both of the hips really sink back here. And if that feels strange, you can come to bended elbow and find a little bit more of a twist. And of course, if you have your own version or you want to do a bind and bring your right fingers to your left hip crease, you can try that. One more breath here. Exhale. Really sink deep with those exhales. And then as you inhale, you're unwinding, nice and slow, take your time. Find that opposing stretch, beautiful. And we are back to our tabletop. We'll find our first downward facing dog of the day. So walk the hands up, step 1. And we want our hands to be just a little bit wider than the shoulders here. We really want to take up space on the mat. So full down dog here, depending on your height. And as you breathe, just pedaling the feet. Let the heels sink a little bit deeper. And then really let the heart come towards the thighs. Making sure that our rotation in from our forearms down is outward, from our forearms up is inward, and our shoulders are down the back. And that might allow you, following those instructions, to have a little bit more of a release in your heels. You can also generously bend the knees as much as you want while you're here. We'll take a breath together through the nose. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Looking at the 10 toes. We want to just mindfully walk up to our forward fold here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn towards y'all. Relax the head all the way down. And as you breathe in, find your half lift here. It can start small, first one of the day. Flat back and exhale to forward fold. And inhale, really use that energy, your feet pushing down the mat, down into the mat to come up. Hastasana, hands come together at the top and then bring it to your heart center. And maybe roll the shoulders here. And take a deep breath in, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, picking up the pace a little bit, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And plant the palms in, you can step it back one at a time. Finding a little plank pose here, option to drop down to the knees or stay in your plank. And really engage the legs, engage the glutes. Everything should be one nice long flat line, and as you exhale, you can lower down. Inhale, just a little baby cobra. Lifting up, lifting through the heart. Elbows are engaged in back. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, we'll go up through our tabletop. We don't always have to flip the toes and be fancy to get to our downward dog. And find that down dog. We're going to let our feet come about as wide as the mat here and just find a little twist. Right hand goes to calf. And switch. Left hand goes to our right calf. It's like Twister. And both hands back to center. You can bring your feet about hips width distance in your regular down dog. And we're gonna come a little bit faster up to the mat this time. So maybe take a couple big steps. And we'll inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Rising. And hands to heart center. And if you haven't yet created a little intention for yourself, you can do that here. Awesome. And breathe in. And exhale, we're gonna find a little bit of a side bend here. So getting our Charlie's Angels fingers, our love guns out. Shifting our weight over. And inhaling center. Exhaling to the other side. And oh yeah, back to center. And we'll nose dive, swan dive all the way down. Plant our hands and find a little plank. You can chaturanga here, you can flow slow, whatever feels good for you. Really just meeting in down dog. You can come through that upward dog if you'd like, just keeping the thighs off of the mat here. And always option to go through that tabletop to get to downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale as you lift your right leg behind you. Maybe let that left heel sink a little deeper. Once it does, you can bring it through around the back like cat nose to knee, step it all the way through. Good job. Let that left knee sink down into the mat, and then inhale up. Exhale, circle the arms. Really flow here, inhale up. Exhale, circle the arms. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and come back up on ball of the foot and find a twist here. Right finger stretching up. And right finger's coming back. Awesome job. Now we're gonna come back to kind of the same idea, but on the other, using the other arm. And in order to get here, we need to plant the top of the foot down, move it halfway up towards the front foot. And then that's gonna give you a little bit more room here to stretch open. So left arm's going to come up, right arm stays grounded here. Awesome. That feels super good on the hips. And come back to that straight low lunge here. And when you're ready, you can come all the way up. And we're gonna send that right leg back to where it came from. Notice if it's a little longer now. And then maybe scrub it up that imaginary wall behind you. Great job. Find that downward facing dog. And we'll inhale forward plank pose. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale. You can just find a quick child's pose here. Might start noticing that the heart rate is rising. So we just want to keep checking back in with our breath here, making sure everything is flowing harmoniously. And we'll find that downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out the feet, letting the hips go a little higher. And we'll lift our left leg behind us, breathing in. And just staying here for a breath, really feeling that full stretch on the right side. Then you might notice the ability to go up a little bit higher. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, round the back. And then step it through, lift the heart, right knee lowers. And inhale, arms come up and around. You can adjust the hips here if that's a little bit too much. Inhale. And around. Inhale. Exhale as they come around. Wonderful. Back to our lunge. We'll find a nice twist. Open twist up. We can bring the gaze to that left thumb. And on the next exhale, bring the left arm down. And we'll go ahead and do the same idea. You'll probably see it a little bit better on this side. So we're gonna bring the heel closer to our glutes, kind of in this awkward kneeling position. And you'll open up the right arm here. So you can, it's almost like a mini triangle here. See that opening in the hip? You can always reach it over. And then come down, find that center place with that back foot. Awesome job. And then really ground through the hands here so you can push it back. Whoop. Awesome. Maybe going a little bit higher this time. And as you exhale, bring that leg down to meet your right. Rinse the spine, find a little flow here. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, up. And finding downward facing dog. Y'all are doing awesome. I can just tell with my psychic skills. And as you're ready, we'll inhale the right leg behind us. Exhale it through. This time we're in a crescent lunge, so we'll inhale the arms up. Same progression here, circle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then this time we'll bring our arms all the way up, and we'll find either a love gun, or you can grab your left wrist with your right hand and just reach up and over. This is gonna test your balance a little bit, so no worries if there's a little wobbling. And back to straight. And then we'll let our arms come back, finding a little bit of an abdominal engagement here. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3. Go a little deeper in your lunge. 2, 1. Good job. Inhale up. And exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Right leg comes back. This time, if you want to bend at the knee and open the hip up a little bit, feel free to roll the ankle or straighten and bend the knee in whichever way feels good for you. And then we'll come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower. Again, you can bring the knees down if needed. Inhale, lifting the heart. And exhale, move the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Great job. Maybe open the jaw and close it. Stick the tongue out or find a breath of fire here. Breathing through the nose. Exhale it out. Left side, inhale. And exhale, bring it all the way through. Beautiful. Inhale, crescent lunge. And exhale, circle the arms. So really noticing what the torso is doing here. We don't want the tailbone sticking out. We want to try to keep our spine and our torso stacked right on top of our hips. Side note. Inhale the arms up. Let it flow. Inhale up. And flow. Inhale. Grabbing the right wrist and finding a little reach over. And you should feel this all the way up. Hip flexor through that side body. And back to center when you're ready. A little wobbling, totally normal. And then we'll bring our arms to that airplane pose here and just hold. Maybe go a little bit deeper in your lunge for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And beautiful job. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the mat. And letting that left leg come up, bending at the knee. Maybe finding some circles here. Lengthening and strengthening. Playing here. When you play, life gets to be like clay. So just finding play here where you can. Awesome job. And we'll bring our knees down to the mat. Find a child's pose here. Let the forehead rest gently down. And this time, this is a little bit more of a relaxed child's pose, so you can bring the arms behind you, behind the back. Sometimes I like to just wide cactus arm it on the mat and let my face sink into the mat. Whatever feels good for you. And if you do that, switch sides, stretching that neck out. Give yourself a moment to recalibrate and then bring the hands back out in front of you. We are almost there. Bring the hips up and back. Walk it to the front. Forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, chair pose. Sit down low. And we're gonna find just a little spine flexion here, a little kind of cat-cow variation. So really sit as low as you can for the best result in this chair pose. And then we're gonna open our chest as we breathe in and exhale. This is just a mini, right up in this area, just a mini cat-cow. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Awesome, and you can come out of that chair pose. Inhale, hands all the way to the top. If you want to find a little back bend here, feel free. And exhale down to your forward fold. And we'll plant the hands into the earth here. And then actually flip your wrists over so that you're opening up the hands and the wrists a bit. We've done quite a lot of down dog and flowing today, so just giving you a little nourishment on the wrists. Also option to bring under the feet for a little Padmasana if you really want to do some opening here, and you can kind of pull the elbows side towards the sides, which brings your body closer to each other. Makes your top half closer to your bottom half. And gently bringing those hands out. You can just shake them out, roll them out a little bit, and breathe in to come up halfway. Exhale to fold. Awesome. And inhale all the way up. And exhale, we're gonna step our right leg back, opening up into warrior two. So finding those warrior two arms, this is where we really get to practice presence and loving awareness with ourselves, because we're in this warrior stance, we're focused. So just take a breath here. And flip the front palm, gently guiding back, reverse your warrior. And just move with the rhythm of your own breath here. Breathing in, reaching the fingertips long over the head. Maybe finding a couple quick circles here. Opening up that shoulder girdle. And framing that front foot. We'll send it back. Opening up. Doing anything that feels good here once again. If you want to go into a wild thing or anything of that sort, you can find that. It's not as hard as you think if you just try. Always do your best. And launch off, come back into that standing split, three-legged, and walk yourself to your forward fold. Awesome job, yogis. Breathe in, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, bring it in. Awesome. And we'll find our warrior two on the other side. Nice and focused here. We want our feet to be really, especially on our right side, we want our ankle to be right underneath our knee. And then we want our heel to be lined up with about the center of our back foot. So just a little technical tip there for you. Shoulders are down, spine is tall. Breathe in. Maybe go a little deeper. And flip that front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. As you initiate that inhale, come forward. Extended side angle. And again, you can find a couple circles here. syncing with the breath. That feels complete to me. Go ahead and frame that foot and send it back. Opening up the hip again here. And if you want to, flip it over, do a breath of fire, do a chant, whatever feels good. You can do that here. Otherwise, use your core, flip it back over. And bring it in, downward dog. Awesome job. Slowly come down to the knees. Find a tabletop. And we're gonna do a few just cat-cows here to wind it down. So inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, around the back. Inhale. And exhale, round. Beautiful. Let the hips come to the heels. And find your way to a seat. And we're gonna do a little bit of twisting here just to really rinse the spine and cleanse a little further. So just follow along, inhale, raise all the way up. Reach all the way up, and then we'll find a twist to the left. The wrist comes to the outside of that left knee. And as you breathe, your spine grows taller. Always. And as you exhale, you can twist a little deeper. Whew. And inhale, back to center. Again, reach up. Exhale, twist. Breathe in for a tall spine. Exhale to twist a little deeper. And inhale, slowly untwist back to the front. Beautiful job. We'll bring both of our legs in front of us and we'll reach up. Really, 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 really tall. And we'll come over, seeing where our flexibility lies today after that flow. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. And one more like that. Inhale to lift. And exhale to fold. And good work. Inhale coming up. Finding a Baddha Konasana or a butterfly. Bringing heels and toes together. And just take a deep breath here, maybe bringing the heart forward. And exhale, we can round. We can stay here, or option 2, we can bring the forehead down all the way to the feet. And that might give you the urge to bring your feet further away from your body, which is totally okay. Gives the hips a little more room. And as you inhale, come up. Excellent. We'll find a boat pose here. So just really sealing the legs together here, engaging. And we'll just hold here. We're gonna do a little pulsing. So holding for 5. Really lift tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And straighten them if you can. Bend them. Straighten them. Bend them. And take a breath in. Exhale, finally, slowly lowering the legs, lowering the upper body all the way down to the mat. You can bring your feet in here and the knees can come together if you prefer that modification of Shavasana, or you can just let the feet, let the legs come out all the way long. And this is your time to just let your practice fully sink in. Relax your legs. Let the shoulders roll back. Palms facing up near the sides. Breathing through the belly. And relaxing the face. Relaxing the jaw, the forehead. And just anything that you're needing to let go of, just release into the mat, into the earth. Let it go. Let that ish go. Relax. Notice your muscles softening more and more. Deeper and deeper. Breathing in, slow, and out. If you feel inclined to, you can stay here and go into a deeper meditation in your Shavasana. And if you're ready to move on, you can make your breath a little deeper, breathing in with me. And just start moving the fingers, the toes. Just slowly start waking the body up. Give yourself a full body stretch. And maybe coming on to the side. Whew. Taking a moment here to collect yourself. And then slowly making your way up to a seat, hands to prayer pose. And just thanking yourself for showing up today and doing your best on the mat. You did a great job just for being you and doing your best. And I'm excited to hear from you where you're watching from and how this flow felt for you today. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Namaste.